It's just in through that crust and scoop it out. Come on. On there. Oh, look at that. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a classic. We're doing a Tuna Mornay rice bake. Now this was around many a year ago and I think it's going to be doing full circle. This, you can put a meal on the table for a family using a couple of cans of tuna. Let's get on and do it. That's the rice that we're using. It's normal white rice. In fact, it's not very good quality white rice, but you know, you don't need the best quality for this. You want the rice, it's going inside. So we got some rice and we want to just put on there a little bit of butter and we're going to stir it in. Now, these old-time recipes are worth remembering. So now we've got a little bit of buttered rice going on there, look. Right, we're just going to shove that to one side. We need to crack on, fry off some onions and make a Mornay sauce. The dish that I'm going to use today, I've already just greased it out with a little bit of butter from the leftover of that packet. Is about a 9 by 7, something like that, I don't know. That'll do. You just have to make it up. You put it in the dish that fits whatever you're making. Let's not make it too technical. Okay, we want to bring in a pan. Now I'm using a couple of cans of tuna for this recipe. In there with a little bit of butter. Now I am using butter, but you can use oil. There's a little splash of oil so you can see you can do either. In there with your onions. Now I've prepped all the ingredients already, but there's a full ingredient list in the description as usual. Just click on what it says more under the comments and it all drops down a whole load of text and the ingredients. This is the recipe. Now it is an oven on today, 180. A little bit of tinge on there is not going to hurt anything. In there, a little bit of garlic. Nice little 30 seconds or so in there. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a tinge there, look. In there, frozen peas. And it doesn't matter if there's some ice on it, look. You can eat these. I had somebody say the other day, oh no, you've got to cook them 5 minutes before you can add them. Why? I'm using a small tin of sweet corn. Swap out the ingredients if you don't want to use the ingredients. Use spinach, use broccoli, up to you. This is definitely a change out recipe without a problem. In there, our tuna. Now it's not much of a cook on this really because the tuna's already cooked. So just a little warm through like that. And I'm not even going to break all the tuna up, to be honest. It will break up naturally. A little bit of seasoning going in here. A little bit of pepper. Salt and pepper to taste. Don't forget, depending on the tuna that you're using, it could be salty. There we go, got a fantastic filling going on there. We'll stir in the rice in a minute. So we're going to change pans. Get that off there. Get another pan. In there with some butter. In there some flour. Nice little whiz round. Nice little cook on that flour. And there's some milk. Bring it in. A little bit of seasoning, I want a bit of pepper in there, a little bit of salt, a nice teaspoon of Dijon mustard in there. Now it will thicken naturally, you don't have to worry about this one. Nice and steady, just give it a stir. And of course you can flavour this with whatever you want. You know, you could put nutmeg in if you wanted, you could put some herbs in. Entirely up to you. Okay, look, it's just starting to thicken. So we're going to carry on, but we're going to add our cheese. So we're going in there with a little bit of cheese. Bring it in. And we've got a fabulous Mornay sauce. Turn off the flame. You do not have to be cooking this thick. If it goes too thick, add a bit more milk or even water. Bring back in your pan full of goodness. In there, your rice. In it goes. Nice and steady. Get that in there. In there, your Mornay sauce. Just bring that in. Okay, in here, I've got some breadcrumbs. In here, I've got some melted butter. Give that a little whiz up. Now the thing is with this, you could actually put breadcrumbs over the top and drizzle it with butter. But this way, you know the breadcrumbs have got a little bit of butter on. You can flavour this as well with a little bit of garlic powder if you so wish. Or onion powder. Up to you. Or even some mixed herbs. Okay, there you go. Bring back in your dish. So it's a case of that goes in that dish. Breadcrumbs. A little bit of cheese. Optional, you don't have to use any more cheese. It just brings a bit of loveliness to the top of this. It really does set it off, you know. Okay, we whack that in the oven for 25 minutes. Okay, when you've had your time, look at that. That's a bubbling goodness right there. Come on. There you go. That's our Tuna Mornay. Classic, old school dish. One to remember. It's just in through that crust and scoop it out. Come on. On there. Oh, look at that. This is one of those get you out of jail type meals, you know. You feed a whole family on this. There's a lot of goodness there with the tuna and everything. Oh man, come on, we're in. Oh, look at that. We got this crunchy, cheesy breadcrumb top. But we're in here, look, come on. Oh. Delightful. Really, really tasty. That is amazing. And you've got all our rice in there, look. Our rice is puffed up a little bit in there, look, with that cheese Mornay sauce. We've got our tuna, we've got our veggies. That is fantastic. That really is a delicious, easy to eat meal. You know, these old school recipes, you know, that people were brought up on need to be remembered. These are coming back full circle. Absolutely sensational. There you go, that's our tuna mornay. Nice family meal, easy to come together. Come on, tell your friends. So easy to make this, you know. Share with your friends. In fact, make it and share with your friends. There you go. If you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. We'll catch you in the next video. That is absolutely amazing.